In today's video, I'm going to talk about a subject that is bothersome for me personally. Very rarely do I ever disagree with people about recovery in general, because I'm a firm believer that everyone's recovery is different and it takes different things for different people to be successful in their own recovery. I don't believe that one thing works for everybody, and I don't believe that if you don't follow this particular way, you'll never get clean. And I heard that from tons of people, especially when I was first getting clean. I had a lot of people tell me that I had to do certain things, and if I didn't do those particular things, I would never be successful in recovery. So the one thing that I do disagree with 100%, every time I hear it, I say something because it does bother me, is the word cure. Okay? There are people out there that believe that addiction can be cured. And I disagree with that. Okay? It's my opinion that you're always going to be in recovery, and that battle will get easier over time. But if you were to ever fall back or get lenient or lazy, very quickly your life could be turned upside down and you could be right back where you were. So my understanding of what a cure would be that, say you're an alcoholic, you stop drinking, you consider yourself cured, you have the ability to have one or two glasses of something, and that's it. You can control it. I don't know any alcoholics that can control their alcohol consumption. All right, so I've never met anyone personally that considers themselves 100% cured. That I talk with a lot. I've heard people say it. I have had conversations with people that consider themselves cured, and I've even had conversations with people that consider themselves cured, and I've talked to them later on and they relapsed. Okay? So just be careful with the way you go about that in particular. It's better to be on the safe side and always say that you're recovered. I have seen people that say they're an ex-addict, which is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I always think that everyone's in recovery. Okay, you're always in recovery, and don't get too big of a head that you think that you have everything kicked and you're cured. All right, because when you start acting like that and you get an ego about it, before you know it, it catches up to you. All right, so that's my 2 cents on that. I had a conversation with somebody about the word cure today, and I just had to get that off my chest. Sorry for being a negative Nancy on that, but just wanted to share that. So anyway, I got an email from his name's Tim, and he said, "Hi Ryan, first off, just want to say thank you for the videos. I cannot believe that you do them practically every day. It takes a lot of commitment to do that, and I really appreciate it, as well as many others. So here goes my story. I am 42 years old, married to an incredible woman who puts up with my shit, and a father to 2 amazing girls. I am a carpenter and own my own business. I have had the business for almost 20 years, and it is pretty successful. Well, back in 2009, I fell off a ladder and hurt my back pretty bad. I'm sure you know where this is going. Got tests done, and I ended up having 2 herniated discs. The pain was incredible, and the doctor put me on Percocet. Over time, my tolerance grew, and I eventually landed on 30 milligram oxycodone immediate release pills. It did not take long before I started to take more than I was supposed to, and I would end up finishing my prescription well before my next appointment with my doctor. So I had to start buying them from people on the street. I hate to admit this, but at one time I was buying them from an employee of mine. Hell of a boss, huh? Well, eventually, the guy who worked for me quit and ended up getting clean. I told myself that I didn't have a backup plan with my pills, so I needed to just take them as prescribed. That didn't go as planned. I just took my normal amount and convinced myself that I would find them somehow, but I was never able to get my hands on any. I had extreme withdrawals and was unable to run my company. I was terrified that I was so reliant on these pills that I vowed to get off them. I made it 16 days without them, and my appointment with my doctor was scheduled, and instead of not going, I went and got the refill. I did this about 4 times before I just couldn't do it anymore. I finished a major job that my company was on, and I told my employees that I was going on vacation for 2 weeks. I set my foreman up with a job to keep them working, and I went home and got prepared for the hell I was about to face. I detoxed at home with the help of my amazing wife. She took care of me even though I was extremely irritable and nasty. She was a saint the whole time. She even massaged me. My symptoms were pretty standard: hot cold flashes, RLS in my arms and legs, diarrhea, anxiety, insomnia. I didn't get any sleep for about a week, and then I was able to get little sleep here and there. Then one day I went to bed and woke up after sleeping 7 hours straight. I felt so refreshed and motivated. It was like I made it to the other side. I have not looked back since, and that was 8 months ago. Even though I have never met you, I feel like I know you, and we are friends. You have made a major impact on my life, and I can never thank you enough. I would love to participate more and maybe help people in some way too. Thank you again. Your friend, Tim. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate the email, and I appreciate you taking the time to write it. It's a great story, and congrats on 8 months. If you're watching this video and you want to share your story as well, please email me at ryan@comsupport.com. In the subject line, put YouTube story, my story. Let me know if you want to use your first or last name or stay anonymous. I'm getting low on emails and stories, so I'd like to keep them going. A lot of people have written in and said they really like them, and it gives another perspective of other people who are going through the same thing that you're going through and that I have gone through. So please, even though you may think that your story doesn't have anything special about it, it's special. Each story is special. Everyone has their own thing, and someone may relate to it. So please, if you get some free time and you want to write it down, you can stay anonymous. Just shoot me an email, and I'll read your story. All right. So questions and comments below. Keep watching, and thank you. All right, see you later.